Okay, Sam. So, you feeling all right in there with him?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. So, what would you like some support with, or what would you like to focus on in your time here today with Django?
I'd like to practice boundaries and clear communication, and I'd like to practice listening to my intuition when it comes to how I can show up in relationships, and also put myself first. Specifically with my friend right now, that it's starting to feel toxic, and like I'm feeling a little helpless in the relationship. So yeah, I'd like to get some clarity on how I can take care of myself in this situation.
Okay. So, let me make sure that I'm getting it. You're wanting to focus on boundaries and how you show up in relationships in terms of clearly communicating your wants and desires, and paying attention to your intuition of what is feeling good for you in the relationship and what isn't, perhaps.
Yes.
Okay, and especially in relationship to a particular friendship that you have that's feeling quite toxic.
Yes.
Okay, super. So I'm just going to invite you to play with Django here. And like I said, there's nothing you can do right or wrong. Just noticing what's coming up for you. So what I'm maybe just going to send you out for a few minutes, and then I'll check in with you, and we'll see how it's feeling and how it's going. Okay, and just remember, give him lots of space before you ask him to do anything. So maybe you can go back into the middle, and you can kind of see what you feel like you'd like to do. And I'm going to step back a little so I'm not a distraction to him. Okay, so I'm going to help you. Okay? So what are you wanting right now in your relationship with Django?
I'd like to connect. I want to be. I actually would love to be like affectionate.
Oh.
I would love to just pet Jacob and
Okay.
connect. Connection.
Okay. How do you know that that's what you want?
I guess because he's so beautiful, and I just, and I love animals, and I just want to bond.
Okay. So I'm going to just be curious, and I'm going to invite you to be curious. What I hear you saying is you're wanting to be affectionate with him and connect with him.
Yeah.
And that's not what you asked him to do, though, or what you were sort of asking for.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know what it was that was happening for you that you decided not to ask for what you wanted in your relationship with Django?
I guess I was first seeing if he would listen to me.
Okay.
And really not understanding him at all. I was not confidently asking him. Like, I had no confidence in asking him to move.
Okay. Were you more focused on your own wants and desires, or were you more more focused on what you thought he wanted?
That's a good question. I guess I was kind of focused on him.
Does that feel familiar to you, being more focused on someone
Yes,
else?
It does, because I immediately was feeling like he didn't like me and didn't want anything to do with me.
Okay. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
So you made up a story that he didn't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. You know what I noticed? I'm curious if you noticed, what is the feedback that you were getting from him? Because what I'm hearing you say is you had a want of your own, which was to connect with him and to be affectionate. But you were asking for something else, thinking about maybe what it was that he would have wanted or liked.
Yes.
And what did you notice about his feedback?
He seemed like maybe uncomfortable with me. Yeah, he seems a little standoffish.
So I'm going to invite you, Sam, to, if you would still like to be affectionate with him, to be affectionate with him. What would affectionate look like? What do you, if you take a minute to get grounded in your own wants and desires. So I'm just going to invite you to get really clear. If you want to close your eyes, I can watch him.
Okay.
And think about, what would that feel like to you to be affectionate and to feel connected with Django?
I'm trying to think of like what I want, how I would act, because like when I think about being affectionate with him, I think about how he would be affectionate with me, and not really like how, I mean, a little bit of like the affection that I could offer to him, but I think about what I would like from him.
Okay. That's a good thing to notice. Can you come a little bit closer? What permission do you need to give yourself to honor your wants? What affection would look like for you, and just to pay attention to your wants and desires? To do something he doesn't want to do?
I don't think so.
So I think he'll probably give you some pretty clear feedback.
Okay.
So
I guess I would just ask.
Yeah, what would you like? What would affection feel like to you when you look at him and you think about your relationship with him? What kind of affection would you like to show him?
I'd like to give him some physical touch, you know, and maybe even get close with his face, like my face to his face.
Great. Do you want me to hold the line?
Sure. Do I still hold the end?
No, I can hold the whole
whole
thing,
thing?
unless you want to hold it and go over and have that with you when you're affectionate with him.
What do you think?
Totally up to you. What would feel good to you?
Yeah.
I'm noticing that you're wondering what I think rather than what you would like.
I know, that's true. I guess because you have more confidence with the animal.
You're doing great. they chew like that, Sam, that's a sign of him being really comfortable with you and accepting what it is that is happening between the two of you.
Getting tired?
How does that feel?
I love it. It feels so good. I love it.
Now, how did he respond when you were clear about what you wanted?
I feel like he let me know that he's okay with it. That he's okay with what I want. I feel like he trusts me.
And what does it feel like for you to be clear about what you want and to ask for it in this relationship with him?
It feels. Let me try to identify how it feels. It feels like comfortable. Like, like happy.
If you think about your relationship with your friend, and we have just a minute here and then we can kind of wrap it up. But if you think about your relationship with her and how it's been toxic, what do you think you might take from this relationship with Django and seeing the results of asking for what you want versus engaging with him in the way that you think he wanted? How might you use that information with her?
That is a really good question. I think that, oh my, thank you. I think that, it tickles. I think that, I really need to honor my own wants and my own needs, and if something doesn't feel right to me, that it's okay not to participate.
How would you know if it didn't feel right to you?
Ooh, what
Oh.
was that? What was that?
He says, I'm going to help you.
I can feel it. I can feel when it doesn't feel right.
Okay. Does this feel right?
Him?
Yeah.
It,
So
it is. I think so. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know.
does
It is
him
kind of funny.
does him using his teeth on you feel right?
Did he did kind of hot snip a little bit? I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if his lips are strong or if it was his little teeth.
So what might you do to tell him you don't like that?
Okay. Okay, back up, Django.
And then maybe a little bit bigger. Well, yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
But if he comes back to you, you can use that.
Yeah.
So that's a great, he really helped you out there. When it doesn't feel good,
Yeah.
how do you know? What does your body tell you?
And then something else that came up when I told Django to back off is I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Hmm.
I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
And
So-
you know, and I worry about that in my relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hurt her feelings. And
What's one small thing you can start to pay attention to in your relationship with her based on what information you got here today?
I could, like, no, It is adorable though. I guess I could be more clear about what I need from the relationship.
How can you get clear about what you need?
I feel like by first listening to what I need and asking myself and being clear with myself what I need, and then getting this courage to communicate that to her, and then if she doesn't, you know, offer what I need, then I guess I don't really need to offer what she needs if it doesn't feel right for me.
Right, and remembering, like in the beginning, that you can't control the outcome of what he's going to do or what she's going to do.
Right.
But what I observed, and tell me if it feels true for you, is that when you were really clear here what you wanted, you were able to clearly communicate that you wanted affection.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was allowed to decide whether he wanted to do that or not.
Mm-hmm.
And he accepted that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was okay with him.
Yeah.
But the only thing you get to control is what you ask for and what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And when you were asking for something or going along with something that you didn't want in the beginning, you weren't getting a clear communication or a clear outcome.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Dusty.
So is that helpful?
Yes, it is. I think my sunscreen and a combination of sunscreen and dust
Yeah.
was like stuck to the eyeballs.
Get you something to use.
Thank you.
All right. Great work.
Yeah, that was so cool.